The Insurrection Act. Many of us woke up to the president making a threat to use it in Minnesota. But, what exactly is it? When is a president allowed to invoke it? What does it allow the military to do? Question. Let's take that first question. And the law's been on the books technically since 1792, covered in Title 10 of the U.S. Code, Section 251 through 255. You have a piece of the text here. Whenever there's an insurrection in any state against its government, the president may call into federal service such of the militia of the other states and use such of the armed forces as he considers necessary to suppress the insurrection. The law's vague, and the president believes that it gives him very broad powers. Now, you don't need people in the streets with guns to use it, but presidents don't use it very often. And when they do use it, it's often because of extraordinary circumstances. As a matter of fact, 1992 was the last time that a president invoked the Insurrection Act, sending troops into Los Angeles. President Bush then, as the Rodney King riots spread across that city. You count them all up, and the act has been used roughly 30 times. It was used to put down rebellions by Washington and Adams in the early days of the nation. It was used by President Grant to hunt down members of the Ku Klux Klan in the 1870s. And most of us have at least seen pictures of the Insurrection Act in action in history class, with the act becoming a tool of Presidents Eisenhower and Kennedy and President Johnson in the battle over civil rights, making sure southern states followed the new law of the land. So basically, in those cases, it was a president making sure a governor was following the law. 101st Airborne, for example, made sure that 9 black boys and girls could walk into a Little Rock schoolhouse. In 1963, when George Wallace, then the governor of Alabama, stood at the schoolhouse door promising segregation now, segregation tomorrow, segregation forever, President Kennedy sent the Guard to make him move aside. Now, we told you the law is broad, but that does not mean it gives the president or deputized troops unlimited power. The Constitution, all its rights given to the people, still apply, and the president still cannot declare martial law, meaning the military cannot step in for the civilian government.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.